Hello then, gang. Not long to go now. I hope you've got your Christmas shopping done. I should really start and not just let Ellie do it all. But that's where we stand right now, viewers. Welcome back though to an episode of the Advent series with me, Spenty FM, and as we're not too far away now, it's player number 4, and I take you back to FM 2015. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, you probably haven't heard of this player unless you've been around for quite some time. And actually, I say all of this, I go on about him quite a lot, I reference him quite a lot. I consider him my best player ever, but he's only 4th on the list. He didn't quite have the charismatic attributes of some of the players ahead of him in this list, as you'll see coming up. But yeah, he wasn't human, he was a machine. Let me introduce you to Janos Pizaruk, better known as Pixie. Oh, do you know what? First note of the day. I asked you the last episode, shall we change Pixie's name to Pixie? Yes, you said. So there he is. The lovely Pixie. The beautiful Pixie. Oh, it does look quite good, actually. Quite like that. Pixie! Oh, Pixie! The headphones are coming off! Pixie with his 51st! It's the goal that beats last year's record! Pixie! Pixie! What's he doing to me? You do saves, and you want, like, this is how, especially when you do it for YouTube, because you know people are watching. Like, the pressure is weird, because it doesn't really, it doesn't matter what happens, because it'll probably be quite, if I lose, you're like, oh my god, he's lost, how funny. If I win, I've watched a series from the very start, and now we're here, and he's won the Champions League, and you've watched it and enjoyed it. But the pressure to get to this point is very odd. It's not like anything else. And here he is then, for the first time in this entire series. I'm going to talk you through Pixie while clicking through Pixie at the same time as well. Then you can see him there with his blonde hair. I always assumed he had like a ponytail. I don't know why, because his hair was sort of pushed back. I just always made that assumption that he had sort of pushed back ponytail. I don't know, something I never thought I'd say. Anyway, take a look at his attributes, gang, and you can kind of see why we liked him so much. Particularly his profile is probably the best way to do it. As far as strikers go, gang, he's probably the most complete player I've had on any Football Manager save ever. I've never had a player like him since. And at 25, you can see I actually played on a little while. The series with Swindon ended, and then streamed for a year, and then played another year with them. It was a save that I did really enjoy. We had one season, this current season that you can see right now, we won a few bits and bobs. I think we won the league, but we didn't win everything. And the year before that, we won all 7 competitions in one go, in one season, and won everything with Swindon. Pixie being the main man. If we take a look at Pixie, then you can kind of see as to why he was so beloved by me. We bought him for 2.1 million. And it was a bit of a gamble, really. We sent him on loan to Kilmarnock, we sent him on loan to Young Boys, in which he was pretty good. And when he first started at Swindon, he wasn't like, I didn't think of him as, oh, he's going to be brilliant. I just thought, oh, he'll be a good backup player to have around the place. And then, as seasons went by, I started to involve him a little bit more, and you can see there then goals scored in the league competitions. I'll read them out. You can see them at the bottom if you've got good eyesight. So yeah, first season proper for us then, 21 goals, then 29 goals, then 50 goals. So quite a big jump, 21 goals all of a sudden, then 51, 48, and ended things in my final stream year with 62 goals in all competitions. Pretty remarkable, it's fair to say. 184 overall in 274, but if you just combine sort of that top 4 seasons there, you can see he was rather good. At 7.72, 7.79 and 7.74, he was a remarkable striker. Luckily for me, he stayed pretty injury free, which helped. He got a broken arm at one point, which was a bit of a nuisance, but apart from that, was sensational. You look at sort of the awards and the competitions he won. Basically 2025 Capital One Cup, Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League, Community Shields, Super Cup and FIFA Club World Cup. In that sort of calendar year, we won everything. It was ridiculous and so much fun as well. When you've got a player like Pixie, the rest of the save kind of takes care of itself. I mean, again, physically a robot, not a real person. Pixie was incredible, and yeah, the best player I've ever had from Poland. I think we can agree. I had a very good one with Thames actually. Helodon was very good, but Pixie beats him in that. 20 heading, 20 flair, 20 composure, 20 decision making, and just everything else you could want in a complete forward as well. He was a machine. It's worth noting as well, and I want to do this as we sort of come towards the end of this series. There are players within this Swindon team that didn't make it into the list, and I kind of want to give a few of those a notable nod. The biggest one, probably for me, was a right back who, did I sell? Oh no, he was injured. Okay, I didn't think I sold him. Contreras was undoubtedly the best right back I've ever had, but he wasn't necessarily like, he wasn't someone. Right backs are tricky. It's hard to put a right back in this list, but I do want to mention Damien Contreras, who was an absolute superstar. We've already had Adrian from the list. We had Craig Tidy, not Craig Tidy, sorry, but shout out to Craig Tidy from Thames, Craig Tanner, sorry, who was part of that as well. But yeah, there were some really sort of standout players in that series. Casca was another one, and again, there was, since we did that series, 63,000 people or so have subscribed. So yeah, there's lots of you who won't be aware of these people. I fell in love with players like Emmanuel Mamana. He was, again, another absolute superstar for me. There's so many players in this save that will win. I had Jordan Pickford at a point during this save, as well as some other real life players that exist too. It was a crazy save, it was a fun save, and one that I really did enjoy. And Pixie, as this episode is all about him, was the start of that. And yeah, we'll remember him always, probably. I'll say now, as long as I do Football Manager YouTube, I don't think I'll have a striker as good as this. There's certainly a couple that have meant more to me, and they're coming soon. And Ben-Hur was pretty close, like Pixie and Ben-Hur, pretty close. Ben-Hur more of a story, but Pixie, with what he actually did and achieved, and he saw from the goal he scored in the Champions League final, that got me. And there you are then. That completes number 4 on our list. Could have been higher, and if we were doing a best players ever list, he could well have been higher, but yeah, we're not doing that. So maybe next year. If you enjoyed this episode, then please do leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. By all means, if you like, go back and watch the Swindon lot. It's up to you. We do win everything there. Pixie's unbelievable. Spoilers, viewers. That's quite a big spoiler.